Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of the PokerGO Podcast. My name is Donnie Peters. His name is Styling and Profiling Timmy D. Timmy Duckworth, you look like you could be a wrestler or like some sort of lead singer of a band down on, I think it's Main Street in Nashville.
I'll take it. I'll take both.
There you go.
Could be some Razor Ramon.
You go. It is 12:47 a.m. on Friday, June 20th. You know what's funny is that out of all the people that talk to us about the podcast, and there's quite a few of them, we appreciate all the listeners, all the fans. The thing that I hear the most is, you guys really do it every night?
They don't believe us.
I mean, here's the thing.
They don't believe us.
If you are a listener or a watcher, what do you think that we do? Because you're listening and watching. So do you think we just put 35 of them in the can? Like different outfits and shit?
I think maybe they think... I bet you they think it's 10:30 p.m. and we're just saying it's, 12:45 a.m. Or we're doing it at 8 a.m. in the morning or something.
I mean, no, that's definitely not. But they also say you do it every night, meaning we skip nights. No, we don't skip.
We're committed.
We don't skip. We definitely do not skip. We do it every damn night. As far as I know, we are the only podcast coming to you daily from the World Series of Poker.
I think we're technically the only podcast coming to you from the World Series of Poker in general.
Well, where does the PokerGO podcast or Poker News podcast used to have? Had a room.
They're off, a recording studio, 10 minutes away from here. So technically, we're numero uno at the World Series of Poker.
I mean, whatever. I'm in. Let's rock and roll, baby. On today's show, we got Brian Rast. He won the 10K Razz Championship. We told you guys on the last episode we weren't going to talk about it because they were still heads up. It was Rast against Andrew Ye. Rast comes out on top. 5 players are left in the 25K PLO High Roller. I did commentary on that day 3 live stream today. They bagged up with 5 left. It is a 4-day event, so this isn't an extended day. But they bagged up with 5 left. They're guaranteed more than $500,000, almost $2.3 million up top. We'll run you through the final 5. The No Limit Hold'em Freezeout is currently playing out. You might hear the commotion as we go. It is currently playing out. There are 3 players left. We'll possibly hear and then check in on that one. If not, next episode, of course. The Seniors Championship, they are down to 19 players. They're done for the night. We'll take a look there. H.O.R.S.E Championship is ITM in the money. Scott Seaver, I think, is leading the way currently. Yes. But of course, more on that later in the episode. Got to touch on everything else that's going on around the WSOP. The big thing today was another flight of the Millionaire Maker, and then only one brand new tournament kicked off.
So weird.
Yeah, kind of weird. But it was still pretty packed in here overall. Yeah. And then you want to do a community card segment?
No, left that on there from last night. Apologies.
Well, when are we talking about our boy?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay, let's leave it on. We'll
exactly.
Do it then. Okay.
A fun community card segment, although we don't condone fighting, but it'll be in there. This is back-to-back episodes now where we're talking about fighting, essentially, right?
Yeah.
If you love poker, but you don't want to spend a dime, check out Play Poker Go. It's free to play. It is super easy to jump into. And yes, it is actually real. And you want to know how I know it's real? I played today. I was doing commentary and I said, you know what, guys? At 10:30, there's a 1 million gold free roll. Hop in there and play with me. I know all you guys out there that tune into these streams are chat pro extraordinaires. Well, come and prove it.
Prove it.
Well, let me tell you, the guy who busted me.
I did hear that you doubled up,
or
but then I zoned out.
I did double up.
Yeah.
I was in a weird spot with kings, flopped a set of kings, lost to a guy with 10-7. I mean, I slow played the king, so it's whatever. It's fine. Okay. Don't care about that. Then I did double up with 8s versus ace-king. Then I get queens on about 15, 16 bigs. I min-raise it. We don't tell bad beats here, but I'm about to tell a bad beat.
Oh, God.
I min-raise it. Buddy calls behind. Big blind calls. It comes 7, I think 7-3 deuce or 7-4-3, something like that. A 7. There was a 7 for sure, and then a deuce, and it was rainbow. I bet one big blind checked. I bet one big blind. Guy behind me calls. Big blind folds. Turn is a 5. If it was 7-3 deuce on the flop, turn was a 5. If it was 7-5 deuce, turn was a 3. Something like that. Still rainbow. I bet 3 big blinds. Call. River, repeat deuce. I jam. He calls. Got jack deuce of hearts. Lovely stuff. Quality players there on Play Poker Go. So come get yourself in on the action. I'll be there trying to defend my title. But it was a lot of fun playing with all the people in chat. Hopefully we'll do more of that as we go. PlayPokerGo.com, or you can also get the app on your iOS device or your Android device, and we will see you at the tables. Brian Rast joins the 7-time WSOP Gold Bracelet Winner Club.
Can you name them all?
Daniel.
Yep.
Nick. Billy.
Yep.
Rasty.
Yep.
The player we shall not name.
What?
Many men.
What? Why do we name him?
Many men. He's just a wacko.
Okay.
How many is that? 5?
Yep.
Seaver.
Yep.
6. How many are there?
I'm missing 2. One was this year.
Benny.
Yeah. One is likes to wear white t-shirts.
Johnny World. Johnny freaking World, man.
Everyone out there's gonna be like, white t-shirts. You just snap. Got it.
Johnny World.
Yeah.
Johnny effing World. I was trying to remember the ones that I asked Nick Schulman about in the interview, and Johnny World was one of them. So I bet I would have come to it.
Who has 8?
8 isn't it Johnny Moss?
No. Trick question. No one has 8.
Oh, what
Johnny Moss has 9.
So Johnny Moss has 8. So I was right.
Sure. Well, Phil Hellmuth has 8 too.
Thank you.
Phil Hellmuth has 8 times.
Was
2.
I not right? Put it, Rich, right here. Duck up.
No,
duck up.
No duck up. No.
What do you mean? Does Johnny Moss have 8 bracelets, or does he not have 8 bracelets?
He has 9.
He has 8 bracelets.
9.
He has 8 bracelets.
How many
does Sean Deeb have?
5.
Nope.
6.
Sean Deeb has 1 because he's given 4 away.
Wait, hasn't he given them all away?
I think he said he kept the first one.
How many NBA championships does Michael Jordan have?
6?
Yeah, you don't say 4. You say 6. You say the biggest number.
I'm saying, yeah, but if you're asking me if he has 4, then the answer is yes, he does technically have 4.
Come on, you don't be on a technicality here.
I'm just saying.
This is a Donnie up.
I'm just
It's a
saying.
Pizza slice in the corner.
Brian Rast, top day field of 134 entries to win $306,000. Friend of the podcast and my commentary friend at times, Kevin Gerhardt, wanted me to say.
Okay.
He said, be sure to say this when you talk about the Razz 10K heads up. So I'm pretty sure I'm free to say it. He said, Andrew Ye had Rast all in and behind. If any of these details are wrong, I just want it to be clear that this is from Kevin.
Got it.
He said Andrew Ye had Rast all in and behind on 6th Street 3 times. He peeled the winner each time and came back. He also started a hand with under 1 big bet, $240K, out of 8 million chips in play. So
I think that happened multiple times.
So Rasty with a comeback for the ages against Andrew Ye in heads-up play. Andrew Ye was looking for his 2nd WSOP Gold Bracelet. He won the 10K H.O.R.S.E.
a
couple of years ago. But Rasty goes on to get his 7th. Bit emotional afterwards, which honestly kind of surprised me because, one, he's been there, done it many times.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that he really made a big push towards the Poker Hall of Fame. And he really wanted to get into it, and he did get into it. So now I thought that everything kind of after that would be sort of gravy, but you could definitely tell that this one hit home for Brian Rast. As I mentioned, $306,000 for him. Andrew Ye got $204 for 2nd. Brian Yoon finished 3rd. João Vieira finished 4th. Nikolai Ponomarev got 5th for $75K. Christian Roberts 6th. Ali Islami 7th, and Maxim Misarenko. Is that supposed to say
Pisarenko?
Yeah,
Pisarenko.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's another guy.
There's a new one. There's another
with exactly the same name
Misarenko.
except for the first letter of the last name. I'm like, no way, that's not right. So that is the 10K Razz. They battled for quite a bit today.
Oh yeah.
Where are you putting Rast in the kind of all-time conversation?
On the Mount Rushmore, we're talking how close he is to getting on that.
Sure. When I ask you that question, the first thing that comes into my mind, as the listeners likely know, as you know, I'm a big Bill Simmons guy.
Yep. Like the triangles. How we're talking. He does the triangles in the book of basketball. I like
first of all, they're not called
the pyramid.
fucking
The pyramid. My
triangles.
bad. My bad.
Good
Apologies.
God.
Duckworth, right here.
What the hell is going on? Triangles. The triangles. The triangles. No,
technically a triangle.
The pyramid.
It's technically a triangle. If you want to play the whole technical four championships for Michael Jordan, it's still a triangle.
Stop.
Just saying.
When he talks about the NBA all-time greats.
Yep.
And he'll say this guy's now he's in the top 15 or now he's pushing to the top 10 or he's in the top 40 of all time. Like that's how I try and think of it.
Okay.
So, kind of where do you put Brian Rast?
Okay, so we got Helmuth first, right? Top.
This guy is unreal. I mean, just
Ivy
ask
Brunson,
Phillies, number one.
Ivy Brunson Negreanu next tier. Then the next year has to be 5, right?
So are you doing a
1, 3, 5.
Are you doing a triangle or are you not?
I'm doing a pyramid. Isn't it 1, 3, 5, I think? Or does he go 1? I think he doubles. Doesn't he skip?
First of all, it goes 1, 2, 3,
No,
4,
I don't think he does that. I don't think he does though.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it's
if we
supposed
want
to
to do it that way, okay, fine.
But he always makes he always says well, I'm just going to put this guy on this level and stuff like that. That's why you just do the top whatever. Like where do you think he is? Is he top 25 all time? Is he top is he top 100? Yes.
Yes.
Is he top 50?
Yes.
Is he top 25?
Yes.
Is he top 15?
Yes.
I don't know. Top 15? I think
3 PPC titles and the first super high roller ball win.
I'm just trying to think of who else.
Cash games, commentary, all the games. He's got some added value.
The tricky part about this is I'd be curious to where if you were to ask a bunch of poker players where they would put someone like David Oppenheim compared to Brian Rast. I mean,
much
obviously
lower.
Okay, but all the top guys, a lot of the top guys who are in the Hall of Fame obviously voted for David Oppenheim to get into the Hall of Fame, right? So wouldn't they then hold him in such a high regard, which I think that they do when it comes to high stakes cash games. Now, Oppenheim, of course, does not have the tournament accolades that Brian Rast has. Now, Brian Rast has played plenty of high stakes cash. But, so how would they be would they be yeah, Oppenheim is top 15. Now that's hard. That's hard for us to judge because we're not as ingrained in that part of the community to know. We're not playing with those guys every single day, that sort of stuff, right? We don't need to name names, but somebody suggested Michael Turritz for the Hall of Fame, right? And how are we ever supposed to know that?
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously know that he's a good player, but
well, that's what the Hall of Fame is, right? It is a kind of like a boys' club, just the way the voting is. So it's going to get shaped in a way that as they keep voting in the same kind of people, it's going to be pushed in that direction. I think we're looking at it from a unbiased view, right?
I almost like to look at it like it's predominantly tournament stuff, and then cash game stuff comes in as well, he has this as well.
Yeah.
So if I see Brian Rast and then I see somebody else, then I look at it and I say, well, Brian Rast has the cash game stuff, and then so that pushes him in.
Yep.
Just not because the cash game stuff isn't worthy and it might be worth more weight. It's just from where I sit, it's very hard to judge the cash game stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not in those games. I don't know about that sort of stuff. So it's difficult for me. If you want to go on the tournament sort of stuff, which I think, again, going back to Bill Simmons, what he does when it comes to the sports stuff, I mean, a lot of it is stats at the end of the day. You know that it's this, and this. And then maybe if there's some sort of tiebreaker, he says, well, he's got these intangibles as well.
Sure.
So that's how I equate the thing. So I'm going to say, top 15.
But I think that with basketball, it's more of a fair playing field, right? The game hasn't changed that much. Now, the style of the game has changed. But if you look at poker, it's changed quite dramatically with the buy-ins, with the amount of tournaments you can play. So the way I kind of view it is take a player, what's his specialty? Okay, it's tournaments. What has he won? Has he got a range of wins or a vast number of wins in, at a certain tour? So that's obviously Phil Hellmuth, lots of WSOP. Then what else does he have? Is he a good cash game player? Is he liked by people? Is he a good ambassador? Does he do commentary. Does he do this and that? So I think he can also do that for cash game guys. Opie, obviously, big cash game guy. What else does he have there? It's obviously the peers think he's world class if they're going to vote him in anyway. But yeah, looking at the pyramid, he's definitely up there. It's just like, can he... This logjam of 7 bracelet winners, right? You kind of mentioned you got Billy Baxter, Benny Glasser, John Hennigan, Negreanu, Men, Rast, Shulman, Seaver. Who's going to break out of that to really set themselves ahead? Now, I would say Negreanu is well ahead, but the other guys, they need kind of one more to be really contending, really pushing to challenge Seidel, challenge with Johnny Chan, Doyle Brunson, all these guys. So I guess we'll see who can break out of that. Big 7-way tie on 7 bracelets. I think it's 7.
I mean, here's what needs to happen. Well, first, before I get to that, let me say that one of the guys that you mentioned is like making my point of what I'm trying to say. So maybe I can articulate it through this example. Is that Benny Glaser has 7, Brian Rast has 7.
Yep.
To my knowledge, Brian Rast has more high stakes cash game success than Benny Glaser does. So I'm thinking that I slot in Rast over Benny Glaser.
Are we ignoring online poker right now? With his 19 million scoop titles, though? Because that, I think, has a factor in it, too.
Sure, of course. But also, he's got that, right? Rast has 3 50K PPC titles, which are... What's like one 50K PPC bracelet worth? 3 regular
4
bracelets?
scoop titles. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's like...
No. Not at all.
What?
1 bracelet is worth 1 bracelet.
Stop. There's levels to this shit. Okay, let's just stop with that. I mean, come on. Seriously.
1 is 1.
Come on. No, stop.
Pennsylvania.
Also, what I'm going to say is that you and I we need to come up with the top 100, and we need to just constantly be adjusting it.
Seems like I need to create another website.
That's a big Bill Simmons thing where he's like, if Jokic does this, then he's going to be in the top 10. He's going to be in the top 5 challenge with the Magic and those types of guys. So that's where I think we need to make this list. What?
Just looked up a domain. They're very expensive, so I'm going to move on.
They're very expensive. Well, I know what the domain should be, and you're obviously not going to pick it.
We're thinking different routes here.
No, I just know what the domain should be. All right, PGT update. What do you got for me?
Oh, let's quickly look at this. Where did my tab go? Brian Rast, 7th cash of the season. He is in 50th place, 472 points. Javier finished in 4th place, so he's having a pretty great World Series of Poker 5 cashes so far in PGT qualifying events. He's 20th overall. So 756 points. He's about that, right on that cusp of what we think 40th will be. We're talking 800 to 900 points. So he still may have to do a little bit more work if he wants to secure his seat in the PGT $1 Million Championship. Daniel Negreanu, min cash, but had a little buffer between him and Chino. Also crept a little bit closer to Nick Shulman in 2nd. So that's kind of the big, not really big changes, but the changes that came out of the Razz Championship.
I was just reading through the recap on Poker News. Rast just mentioning gratitude a lot, kind of his mental fortitude here to stay strong throughout the battle. He wasn't happy with how he played last year when he got heads up in the 25K PLO.
Yep.
So this year, the sentiment is that he's a bit happier than last year and ultimately came out on top. I still question that kind of cutoff that you keep mentioning. I feel like it's just going to be higher. I just do. I've said that the whole time.
I am leaning towards that side a little bit. I feel like how the results have broken with the first 40, 50 events of the year. It feels like there's a lot. It's very top heavy already.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like last year we were spread out a bit more, but these guys are winning a lot of points. It does feel that we're going to adjust our line. I'm going to pull up last year's real quick. Top 40 last year, 40th was Stephen Chidwick. He finished with 969. But when we removed the players, we came down to basically 881. So
it's going to be 1100 this year.
That's a lot.
It's going to be 1100 this year.
1100 last year would have put us basically, in the 30s, top 30.
It's going to be 1100 this year. That's my call.
Okay.
5 remain in the 25K PLO High Roller. At the end of day 3, we lost Phil Ivey. His quest for number 12 continues on. 489 entries in this one, up from last year's 476. Just an incredibly big field in this tournament. Almost $2.3 million up top. The players are guaranteed $540,000. Dennis Weiss, a German player, has a big chip lead, $28.5 million. Mickey Dueck is cruising along, $14.7 million. He was short, six-handed. No, six-handed, sorry. He was short six-handed. Then he doubled up through Phil Ivey. Then he took out Phil Ivey in 6th place. Talal Shakurchi is there. Evan Krentzman also at the table. And Jeff Hakeem, who pretty much folded his way to the final 5
I love that strategy. That's right up my alley.
I mean, the thing is like you don't know it yet because you haven't gotten to that point, but you'd be really good at the final table ICM stuff because you make the most money just by folding.
When I get to the South Point final table, man, I crunch those ICM numbers. That's all I do.
Just fold. The final 5 will return on Friday. The stream will begin at 5 Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Ali Najad will be in the booth. Don't know who he's going to be in the booth with. And then also there is a Poker Stars stream. I did have it wrong on the commentary today because I was mentioning that.
Yeah, it was Tristan.
Okay, I was mentioning that Ali Najad was going to be on the commentary, and Tristan held up his phone and said, "I just got the text. I'm in." He did, but for Poker Stars' stream.
Oh,
but because he didn't say that on the, he just said, "I just got the text. I'm in."
Got it.
You know, they put out the bat single. I'm going to do it. So I just assumed like the text that was coming from somebody from our team.
Yeah.
But no, the text was coming from Stapes. So Tristan got the invite to go on the Poker Star stream because they always have James Hart against Stapes and then usually a pro. So he's going to be the pro that hops in with those guys for the Poker Star stream. We still don't have anyone, as I understand it, for our stream. So my apologies there. Call it a duck up. Whatever.
Donnie up. Put that slice of pizza up there, Rich. That's your second of the day.
Whatever. It should be. And if I get a full pie, I'm just out. Right?
You have to sit out. Yeah.
Exactly.
How many slices to a pie? 8 or 6?
8.
Okay.
Quick aside. Whatever the hell that pizza was that our photographer Antonio brought the other, holy shit, that was the worst pizza honestly the worst pizza I've ever had. I'm not exaggerating in the slightest. I've had a lot of pizza. That was by far the worst pizza I've ever had.
I don't mind Sbarro.
No, that was horrendous.
Emergencies, but it wasn't good.
Sbarro should close down after serving that slice of pizza.
If everyone doesn't know, you're a big pizza person. What's your favorite? What's the number one pizza right now?
It's Good Pie. It's Good Pie right now. Yeah, I know a lot of people are talking about, I believe, 00. I have yet to have it, but also I'm not a big Neapolitan guy. It's good, but I'm just not that style of pizza. I'm a New York style of pizza. Like that's the type of pizza.
Good Pie is not
I like.
Very local for you though.
No, it is because they opened up a new spot over by me. Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
As of like maybe 6 months ago or something like that.
Got it.
So it's over there. I also like Rebellion a lot.
I haven't had that. We thought some Grimaldi's.
So here's the trick with Grimaldi's. I think Grimaldi's is very good.
Okay.
You have to eat it there. You have to, 100%.
Really? I've had some pretty good to-go Grimaldi's.
It does not, no. It does, Grimaldi's, like within 5 minutes of leaving, it does not hold up. You need it served on the tin tray. You have to eat it there. You cannot
What's
jeopardize.
your Grimaldi's order?
I just like, I like all of my pizzas just like the cheese pizza. So they have I believe it's called the traditional, which is just like their plain cheese pizza, which actually Wednesday night on the Venetian live stream, because there's a Grimaldi's at Venetian, one of the guys brought a pie in. So yeah, anyway.
Very off topic.
No, pizza's always on topic. So 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time on Friday for the live stream final table of the 25K PLO High Roller. Check that out. It will be on PokerGo.com. It will be on the PokerGo YouTube channel. It will also be on the Poker Stars YouTube channel. Are there still 3 players remaining in the $1,500?
It does sound like it.
No limit hold'em Freezeout. It sounds very, very quiet over there.
I think the alcohol may have run out. They were very rowdy, very drunk. Couple security guards and warnings came from the TD. Nearly had a kick out.
I mean, that guy was swearing up a storm. I don't know that guy's name.
He's all I know is he's one of Big Hooney's friends, and that's kind of all you need to know.
He can be loud and obnoxious, but just, you just got to tone down the swearing. Not that I care. I don't care about swearing, but I know how security and them are going to look at it.
Still 3 left. There's about 4 minutes left in the day. They're probably going to bag up unless they can lose one more. We may have to.
All right, so we're just going to. So right now it's Samuel Rossborough, Michael Rosito, and Asher Kniff are 3-handed. You have a quick little nugget on Rossborough.
Yeah, this Rossborough guy was played 1-2 no limit hold'em in Houston. Was told this story. Came to Vegas. He's 21 years old.
Wow.
He I think cashed in like one of the turbos for a decent amount of change for a 1-2 player, something like $20K. Took a shot in this. Now he's 3-handed playing for.
If you cashed
$400K
in one of the turbos for $20K, you made the final table.
I think maybe it was like with bounties. Maybe it was like the Mr. Millions plus bounties. That's what it sounded like.
Got it.
I guess we can Google him real quick. But yeah, now he's 3-handed playing for $400K, and he's currently runaway chip leader. But yeah, that seems like we'll get a result.
They're guaranteed $200,000. Second place is $273. First place is $410. So we'll skip on over to the next event. We'll wrap up the $1,500 Freezeout on the next episode.
Super Turbo Bounty, the one that I believe that was John Racer.
Final table.
Finished 10th place.
Yeah, see,
17K plus bounties. That was the one, John Racer, the one that we covered about 10 days ago. Yeah.
Yep. The Seniors Championship is down to the final 19. 7,575 players this year, down a little bit from the 7,954 last year. Last year, it was Kang Tat Pham winning the event for $677K. This year, smaller field, so understandably, slightly smaller first place prize as well. $653,000 up top. Brett Lim is leading the way. What are you typing into the rundown? Just tell the people. I can't read your mind with what you're typing, so just tell me. Just talk it out. Let's talk it out. It's okay. We can talk it out.
I'm very concerned about this event.
Concerned about what?
I'm concerned that this is a 5-day event, and we're currently on day 3, and we have 19 players remaining. We're streaming this on Saturday. I'm a little concerned that tomorrow we're going to lose 10 players, and then bag them up at midday, bring them back 24 hours later. That's not a...
What happened last year?
That's not great for player experience. Well, the 500 extra players they had helped slow it down a bit.
But that's not like a ton of extra players.
It's not, but it does affect, when you get to these stages. I want to say we played till around 6 or 7 p.m. on day 4 and then brought them back the next day. So we've already asked the team what they want to do. I don't think it would be fair to bring them back, but it might be our only choice.
The obvious thing is the horse.
Yes, that's what I think. 10K H.O.R.S.E Championship.
I mean, it's going to be a 4-day event anyway.
Yeah.
It'll end on that day. It's got some good firepower over there right now. So, I mean, that should just be it. Sorry, seniors. I mean, what are you going to do? If you would like to win your way to play in an event at the PokerGO studio, check out trueclassictees.com/TCPokerGo. That's where you go to submit your poker story. Be honest, be open, do not lie. We will call that bluff so fast, you won't even know what you think we are Phil Hellmuth on the other side of that screen, baby. But 15 people, 15 are going to win a 5K package. It includes a $3,300 buy-in to a tournament likely to take place in December 2025, but we're still trying to finalize the specific dates. But towards the end of 2025, you'll come out to Vegas, you'll stay at Aria, you'll get some True Classic swag as well. The whole thing, the whole shebang. So head on over to trueclassictees.com/TCPokerGo. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do about this seniors. It's just, I mean, you can't have them play for like 2 hours and then stop. I mean, that's just not possible.
And then look, I think we're going to talk about the H.O.R.S E soon. We'll run through some of those names. Very strong field. Obviously, there is one more full day of play, but we could play them down if 4 or 5 players, bring them back. We know how these flip puck games work. Obviously, the stream will be a little longer than the conventional no limit hold'em, but we will have that star power that the seniors, no offense, lack a little bit.
Yeah, but I love the seniors event just because it's kind of wild and wacky.
Yeah.
You don't really know what you're going to get at the final table. You know, it's akin to the Colossus, the Gladiators, like that sort of stuff. You got a lot of people who, I'll say inexperienced. I don't mean that at all in a negative way. You know, it's just that you probably don't know who these players are. They probably haven't made a WSOP final table before, all that sort of stuff. But then you put them at the WCP final table. They're playing for huge money, as I mentioned, $653,000, almost $654,000 up top. Big pay jumps.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a really chaotic, wacky environment, and that leads to wildly entertaining poker. They often have a really good rail as well, which always helps with the atmosphere. So, you know, I always look forward to the seniors final table every single year. I think it's a fun event. It's one of those ones where, you know, when you start the streaming schedule for us, I would put the ladies championship, obviously the WSOP main event first, right? And then ladies championship, you know, make sure that like, okay, we're streaming that. Seniors championship, okay, we're streaming that. Like they're just right there with like things that, in my opinion, we must stream. Now, if stuff happens with the schedule that we can't control, I get it, you know. So that'll be a little bit of a bummer if we have to miss it. But we'll see how they go. Maybe they play like freaking molasses tomorrow. Who the heck knows, right? Who the heck knows? Over to the H.O.R.S.E Championship, 10K buy-in there. We talked about the field size yesterday. Registration was still open. It came in kind of right around where we were thinking, 207 entries, up a bit from last year's 181. There are 16 players remaining. Are they still playing or are they done?
They are done for the day.
Lovely.
And the chip counts are coming in.
Max Schindler is the chip leader with 1.85 million. Christopher Tong is second. Scott Seaver third. Jason Mercier fourth. Carrie Katz cruising along in fifth. John Hennigan is up there. Walter Chambers. Who else we got? Dylan Smith, Alex Livingston, Brad Rubin, Todd Brunson, Matt Grapenthien, Huckseed, Marco Johnson. So in a very, very stacked field of players over in the 10K H.O.R.S.E, as you would expect. So on Friday would be day 3 of this event. Because this is a 4-day event, you could play them down to like 5 or 6, bring them back the next day. More than $452,000 up top. The top 16 are guaranteed $21,000. There is a pay jump that they're on right now. Some of those players to finish in the money. You had Ryan Miller, Dan Zach, Sean Deeb, they were 17, 18, 19. You had Matt Glantz in 23rd, Patrick Leonard, a.k.a. Pads, in 24th, Chad Evesledge in 29th, and then this player in 31st. Blast from the past. Thomas Keller.
Whoa.
Thomas Keller. I believe that's Thunder.
I believe
that's Thomas Thunder Keller.
What does he do now?
He works for Oats Overnight, which is cool. Which is very cool. The official high protein packed breakfast of PokerGO. Let's go, baby.
I was trying to handball you a Notes Overnight read right there. That was assist. Alley-oop.
Yeah, I mean, I got the mention in. It's okay. I love my Oats Overnight. You guys know that. $1,500 PLO is down to 11. 1,469 entries last year. This year up 1,564. There are 11 players remaining. Matt Vangren is in the lead. Somebody who is on our list for 25K fantasy. And Mickey and I didn't pull the trigger. God damn it.
3rd in the dealer's choice earlier this year, I think.
know.
Or 6th in the dealer's choice.
Why you got to rub it in?
He's having a good summer.
He is having a good summer. He is having a very good summer. Punat Punsri, he made the final table of the shootout, I believe.
Yes, that sounds right.
He's still remaining. Bryce Yockey still remaining. Giuseppe Pantaleo is in there. Jason Stockfish and Tomer Daniel.
Tomer Daniel, final table WSOP main event one year? Am I thinking a different Tomer?
Are you thinking of Tomer Benvenisti?
That's what I'm thinking of, yep.
The guy with the book?
I don't know.
He had the book, Poker for Dummies? Yeah. For sure.
It's a very uncommon name.
So did you only put Tomer Daniel's name down because you thought it was Tomer Benvenisti?
No. I was writing just some names. No.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I think he's a bracelet.
That's probably a duck up, Rich.
What? No.
I just want to throw that out there.
Don't give me that. Don't even try.
What do you mean, don't even try?
Oh, I put that guy because he had a cool bucket hat.
Yeah, you probably thought it was the cool visor that Tomer Benveniste used to wear.
It definitely was a cool visor. 100% cool visor.
1,500 Millionaire Maker day 1. I was going to say day 2B. Day 1B.
Close.
So I like to equate 1B to 1A last year because you have the added flight. That's how I do it. So this year's day 1B, 2,448. Last year's day 1A, 2,802. So if you go off that, down a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Last year, just, for whatever reason, day 1B last year, 3,721, right? But if you think of it that was the second to last starting flight, the second to last starting flight in this year's Millionaire Maker has not happened yet. That will happen on Friday. So
3,500 probably the number we'll get tomorrow. Give or take.
Yeah, I mean, it's Friday. Friday and Saturday are just going to be balls to the wall here. So I would expect very, very big fields. What are they at total? 4K? Just about 4K, a little bit over?
Yeah, a little bit over.
A little bit over 4K. I said 12,000.
Good luck to you, buddy.
I don't feel good in it at all.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna offer any buyouts or suggest any buyouts. I'm gonna let this mother effer ride, baby. Ride. Let's go. We got the 50K PLO High Roller kicking off on Friday.
We actually forgot to mention one event.
Oh, babe, what do you mean? What did we forget to mention?
There's one event this out today. Mixed triple draw.
Oh, the mixed triple draw. Well, I can quickly go to that.
Yeah, let's go to that real quick.
I got it up right now.
You got it up?
The mixed triple draw. Chris Vitch looks to be the chip leader. Actually, that is not true. I don't know how that just worked. That's so weird. Well, this is so weird. So, if I'm on Poker News,
yes,
and I'm on the tab that says live updates, who does it say at the top? Top chip counts. Who does it say?
Chris Vitch.
Okay. Now, if I click the chip counts tab, who does it say at the top?
Not Chris Vitch.
Not Chris Vitch. So I'm confused. I don't know why those are. I mean, shouldn't those be synced? I mean, whatever.
They should be, yeah.
If I'm going off the chip count, why don't you go off the app? How about
No, I can't because I have not imported the chip count.
I just checked it. How did we time this right now? I mean, how did we figure this out? Okay, now I'm back on the live updates, and they have an end of day chip counts full post. So that's what I'm going to go off of. Okay, that's what I'm going off of. David Prosiak up on top. Greg Mueller in third. Guess who's in fourth?
Nico Milgram.
No.
Give me another hint. Give me a hint. Mixed triple draw.
Came to poker fame, I would say, through the WPT in the early days. That's your first hint.
Eric Lindgren.
No. Next hint will be California.
And plays mix, huh? Mix game player?
I mean, he's fourth in chips. I mean, how is he not a mixed game player?
That makes it sound like he's not a mixed game player.
I had no idea this guy played these games.
I knew it. California. Alan Gearing.
No.
Okay.
He's got a poker playing family.
God, one more hint, please. I can get this.
His brother won a bracelet this year. I mean, that should give it away.
I'm totally blanking.
It's Nam Lee.
Ow.
I did not know Nam Lee played triple draw. I thought he played Hold'em, and that was the end of it.
Just a Chino Hills. I would have gone like that.
I said California.
I know, but
Chris Vitch is up there. Brian Tate, co-founder or founder of Oats Overnight. Renan Bruschi, Benny Glazer, we mentioned him. John Shorman.
Oh, baby.
Bagged up a nice, healthy stack of chips. Somebody we haven't seen in a while, but is here playing. Chris Klodnicki.
I saw him in.
I mean, we saw him
today,
today, but I'm saying in general, we don't see him a lot anymore. Who else we got? Kevin Gerhardt looking like he bagged up chips. I don't see Nico Milgram in there. That's a bummer.
J.A.? No, he'll be saving himself for the 50K PLO.
Yeah, Jeremy's he's our big gun. We need him in the 50K. If Jeremy were to hop in this 2500 mixed shit show and win it, I would be so mad.
Why?
I mean, I wouldn't be that mad, but I mean, come on, he would.
How many points would he get for that versus winning the 50K PLO
though? For this, he would get 79, 80.
Okay, and for the 50K PLO, if we just guess,
he'll get 130.
Okay, win's a win, buddy, and he needs it.
I would much rather
cash maestro right now for Jeremy Osmus.
I mean, I've seen some of the hands. It's just been absolutely freaking brutal.
Victor got him.
Absolutely freaking brutal.
Can't forget that one.
What's kicking off on Friday?
Just one event.
The 50K.
Another day of one event.
Well, that's because obviously the Million Maker.
Yeah,
that's why.
It's a good one though. 50K PLO High Roller.
That's going to be very, very, very wild.
Yes.
All the big guns will be out, of course. We're streaming that one, right? We have to
the
be.
phone table, yes.
We have to be. That one will be
Sunday.
Super cool. You think it'll get bigger than last year?
What did it get last year?
I don't know.
I bet you it got 189. How about you? What do you think?
That's a good line.
It's a lot, though. It might be too much.
I'll say over.
Who won it? Was that Jesse Lonis? No, that was Blesnik, right? Wait, no.
I don't remember. Just do it. Just look it up, man.
187.
Wow.
I'm the best.
Wow. That was spot on. How many people... I thought I took over because I thought you were going to say like 196. Who won it?
Daniel Perkusic. Perkusic?
Okay. Yeah.
2.1 million.
Lovely.
I think I would have to take overs on the 187 it got last year. Just
yes, for sure. It's going to get over 200. It's going to get over 200. I mean, the 25K had a lot more.
Yeah, but 50 is 225.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. These guys don't care.
Okay, if I set the line at 215, would you take over still?
No, I'll take the unders there.
Okay. So it's just over 200 we're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
204.
All right.
That's my number, 204. We have a special community card segment. Kind of.
Actually, you know, I got a bonus community card segment.
That's what I mean.
So
I think that's what we're talking about.
Community cards dance time? We haven't done that in a while.
You haven't danced in a while. Go do your thing.
And it's time for a new edition of the PokerGo Podcast Community Cards.
All right, let's chill with the dancing.
First one, I'm going to shout out the guy, Paul Berman. Been bringing us snacks. We've been eating them all. Went downtown today. He's like, I'm going to pop in the general gambler store. Do you want me to have a look for this book? I've been looking for this book. It's called The Elements of 7 Card Stud by Konstantin Othma, published in 1992.
There is no... I mean, that book should have your face on the cover. Holy effing hell.
The best. You know what? If we wind the clock back to like a vlog from like 3 years ago.
The Elements of 7 Card Stud?
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that you're even looking for a poker book in 2025 is simply incredible.
Get the highlighter out.
Second to that, the book is about 7 card stud. Bro, I can't handle it. I mean, what in the hell are we doing? You guys see what I have to deal with all the time? I mean, it's outrageous. I mean, this guy is like, how old are you?
Let's not reveal it.
37?
39.
Yeah, you're not even as old as me. This is the 39-year-old version of Old Man Coffee. OMC. Okay, Timmy OMC over here. This is wild.
The number 2 listener of the PokerGo podcast, Daniel Negreanu, because David Baker right now, because he won a bracelet. He's number 1.
Does Daniel still listen?
I don't even know. We're going to find out because, you know, he's going to come up and tell us about this. He recommended this book on one of his vlogs, I swear, 3 years ago or maybe more. It's excellent.
Definitely more.
Probably more.
Definitely more.
Probably back in 1992 when it was published. It's a very good book. I can't ever find it, and I always recommend it to people that if you want to get a little better at stud. So he was down. He goes, I found one. I go, no, you didn't. No chance. Can't find it anywhere. He goes, no, they have 4 of them. I said, buy them all.
How much are they?
It's $25. Doesn't matter. Like, it was so rare.
25 a piece?
Yeah.
Damn.
I got him to buy them all.
Who's the author of this book?
Huh?
Who's the author of this book?
Konstantin Othma.
Charging $25 for a book that was in 1992?
the general gambler store is charging $25. We don't know what Constantine charged,
Yeah.
but it's an excellent book. And
You
I was
couldn't
like,
just like somehow find Constantine.
I tried everything. Did the Facebook search, I did the Twitter search, I did the LinkedIn. I couldn't find it.
Well, it sounds like a fake name, so it's probably not even
It does,
real.
but it's excellent. And I was going to give it to people, but now I've got 4 of them. I'm so happy. But he lugged that around downtown. He went out to the outlets, all this stuff. So thank you, Paul, for that. But the real shout out is, I don't know how much we want to mention about this story.
No, what do you mean how much you want to mention about it? The story is fucking everywhere.
Okay, well, I'll let you, and you tell the story.
TMZ tweeted a video. Once it hits TMZ, it's just fair game to talk about. Okay. TMZ showed a video, or was it TMZ or TMZ Sports? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Either way, TMZ showed a video, TMZ Sports, of Adrian Peterson. Yes, that Adrian Peterson. Like, the former NFL running back, superstar NFL running back. All day AP. Getting in a fight at a room in Texas. I mean, what in the world is happening? Adrian, guy.
Come on, buddy.
Bro, what? It can't be that bad. Like, would you get your aces cracked? I mean, what is happening?
So, yeah. We have some friends from Houston, because we go down there. One of them here playing the World Series, she sent me a text. Do you want to borrow it happened at Joker Stars, which is a poker club. Do you want to borrow my Joker Stars hoodie tonight for the podcast? I said, no. I told you. You said it would be funny. We can start a fight. I said, okay, I'll wear it. Later in the day, this was early in the morning. She texted me like, hey, you at Horseshoe? I'm going to bring the hoodie. Okay? Then she goes, bring the guy in the video. And
you thought she was going to roll in with AP?
Was AP question mark? And then she says, no, Joe, the other guy. I was like, no, don't worry about it. But anyway, I came in. I spoke to Joe, who was the man that was grappling with AP. He said, happened a few weeks ago.
The video just came out now?
Yeah, it just came out now, supposedly. But it happened a few weeks ago. AP was a little intoxicated, and
probably
he was talking a little crap to the dealers. He was getting a bit upset. I mean, he missed a flush draw.
Always the dealer's fault. Always the dealer's fault.
Got mad at the dealer.
AP. I mean, come on, bro.
The dealer was like,
the hell?
Can I not deal anymore? They switched the dealer in, and then a little bit more stuff happening. So this guy Joe kind of was like getting sick of him by berating the dealers. It's in a small card club, so it's like very friendly, normally very friendly atmosphere. And then they got into a little tussle. But yeah, he was a bit intoxicated. Threw a few swings. Some connected, some missed.
Did you watch the video?
Okay, that's not even the best part. Can I read you one of the comments from the video? Okay, ready?
Like on the video? Comments on the video?
Yeah. Damn. Didn't have AP losing a fight to a 5'8" plumber on my 2025 bingo
That's
card.
what I mean. Did you watch the video? Like, how AP's phone must be blowing up from fellow NFL players clowning the effing crap out of him. I mean, come on, man. Like, I don't understand. Also, but AP doesn't even know how he should fight. What he should have done is he should have just ran at the guy and like speared him like Goldberg, and then just got on top of him, and then it would have been game over.
Yeah.
He tried to stand up and go blow for blow, and that's not how he should have.
If you are drunk,
exactly,
that's gonna be very tough.
You're stumbling all over the place. You can't get your footing. Like what? No, what is this? Listen, AP, if you need some help, just let us know. We'll teach you how to fight.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna hook him up with Big Huni, and we're gonna say this is how we do it.
No, AP, just separating the dealers. If you're the
other guy, if you're the other guy, his phone's probably blowing up like, bro, you landed a couple. He did land a couple on AP.
He did.
He
did. Look, the guy Joe seemed very nice actually, and I wasn't going to start a fight with him, but he was just like, oh yeah, he was a little drunk, but like he wasn't like coming out like, yeah, I fucking got him good. Like it was, you know what I mean? I think he kind of acknowledged that okay, he's drunk and whatever happened, but either way, not a great look for AP, not a great look for, poker in the mainstream media, but hey, it happens. You ever got in a fight in a poker room? Ever come close?
No, I have not come close. I don't think so.
Yeah, me either.
Man. AP, man, what the hell?
Imagine
the
AP
hell?
was here, and like instead of her saying Joe, it was AP. Gonna come hang out with AP. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle that stuff.
I mean, he played in the Celebrity
He
Poker
did
Tour
play in
at
the
the
CPT.
studio.
Yeah, he finished 6th or something. Final table it, cash for that. He gave me his mic pack because obviously I look like the audio tech. Just came over to me and was like this.
I can't believe he was.
So here you go.
I
Take
can't
this.
believe this entire story. I mean, I just absolutely cannot believe it. Oh man, that was a good one. Let's just end it there. I got nothing
Should
else
we bring
to
on
say.
the Joker Stars hoodie or should we just save that?
No, we don't need to bring it on. It's okay. It's okay. All right, cool. That's gonna do it for us. Tomorrow? What's tomorrow? We got to do the snack thing. At some point.
We need United the Venetian. Tomorrow could be a good day, actually.
I know. Tomorrow.
We want to do it on the main stage, but
yeah, but they're using the main stage.
If the 25K, if the 25K can wrap up quickly, which I don't really see that happening, but we could do it at night, or we could just film it earlier somewhere else. We'll take the set, we'll take it on the road. We'll go down to why don't we go to like Paris? Show the people Paris. We've shown them the horseshoe twice.
We gotta lug all this shit over to Paris.
We have a little cart. That's what we do.
Bro, come on. We're not doing that. We need to get to work on our top 100 poker players of all time that we will adjust always.
What URL is it? Come on, we gotta
figure it out.
Okay.
And we'll
triangle of poker players.
No. All right, we're over this. His name is Tim Duckworth. My name is Donnie Peters. We'll talk to you guys next time.
So yeah.